In this video, I'm going to demonstrate the use of the graphical filter to create a terrain model from graphics. You can see here that I have a 3D design file, and in this design file I have break lines as well as some buildings. So as would generally be the case with this sort of survey, I would want to import the break lines as break line features, but I would want these building pads to be imported as voids. The easiest way to do this is by using a graphics filter. So I'll go in here to my tasks menu and I'm going to select Graphical Filter Manager. This brings up the Terrain Filter Manager. Now in my main design file, I'm going to go ahead and create two separate filters that can be used to import these graphics. I'll right-click on Filters and select Create Filter. And this filter we're going to use for the buildings, so I'll just give it the name Buildings. And we want this to be feature type void. We're going to enable link to terrain features and click on Edit Filter. So we can go out here and take a look, and we can see that all of our buildings are on a level called eStruct Building. So we can use that criteria to define our graphic filter. So we'll click Finish. Now we're going to create another filter for basically everything else, which will be our break lines. We'll give that a name and a description, and the feature type will be break lines, and we do want to toggle on link to terrain features. We'll edit the filter, and again we're going to use the levels. So basically in this case we're going to want to add everything except for the E-structure buildings. So we'll click Finish. And you can see now that we have two separate filters that have been created. Now for simplicity, we can add these two together and create a filter group. So we'll just right click on Filter Group. And we'll call this one Survey Import. And for the description, we'll call this Break Lines and Buildings. Now we can go in and select both of these filters and click Finish. Now that we have the two filters created, we can create a terrain model using the graphical filter. So we will go into our tasks menu again, and we're going to select the command Create Terrain Model by Graphical Filter. At the top we will select our graphic filter group, which is going to be Survey Import. We want to maintain our feature linking, so we'll leave this toggled off. We'll set our edge method to remove slivers. And we can select a feature definition, and we can give this a name. So now we'll take a look at our heads-up display, and we're just going to data click to accept the selections that we've made. And then we'll data point to accept the selection. And once we've processed, you can see that our terrain model has been created, and we have our contours created and voids where our buildings are. You can see that a little more clearly if we come over here and turn off the contours and turn on the triangles.